Wow.
Start na. Okay, good afternoon. Karon atong i-tackle ang Unit 1 sa Soil Science, which is titled Definition and Composition of Soils. So, what is soils? Para sa imo unsa ang soils?
Sa soil. Yuta.
So, ang soil science is a study of soil as a natural resources on the surface of the earth, which includes its formation, physical properties, classification and mapping, chemical, biological, and fertility properties, and properties in relation to their management for crop production. So natay duha ka approaches sa pag-study of soil science. First is the pedological approach, and the second one is the edaphological approach. Pedological approach is considered as natural, which ang kaning pedological approach is gina-consider niya nga ang soil is a natural body with major emphasis on its genesis and classifications as it occurs in the environment. And the second one is it deals with the influence of soils on living things, particularly plants, including human use of land for plant growth. So, ang pedological daw is gina-consider niya nga natural ra ang yuta o sa iyang environment. Then, ang edaphological dayon is siya ang ga-influence sa living things para sa mga tanom o pareha sa mga tao. So, ang total land area sa Philippines is 30 million hectares, which is ang 14 million is ginagamit siya for agricultural, pasture, human settlement area, infrastructures, and forest. So dire field of specialization in soil science. First is the soil fertility, which is siyang study sa status sa yuta, sa iyang form, sa iyang amount o availability of nutrient elements, which is importante para sa pagtubo sa atoang tanom o pagdevelop. Second is the soil conservation and management, which is ga-protect sila sa soil against physical loss and erosion, for chemical deterioration, totality of the tillage operations, cropping practices, fertilization, liming, etc. conducted in a soil for crop production, which is ginaprotektahan nila nga dili maguba ang yuta or dili siya madaot. Then next is the soil microbiology. It is an important group of microorganisms in the soil and their role in the physical and biochemical changes, like for example ang aning mga bakterya, mga wati, nga ginahimo nila ang balis lang tig kuan sa yuta ba tig tawagan ni tig patambok. Next is the soil genesis, morphology, and classification. Deals with the structural characteristics, mode of origin, and systematic arrangement of soils. So, sila ang study sa structure o sa porma sa soil o asa nigikan. Next is the soil physics, which deals with the characteristics, properties, or reaction of soil which are caused by physical forces and which can be described by equations. Then next is the soil chemistry and mineralogy. This is the study of the original rocks and minerals which constitute the materials from which soils are derived. Characterization of the reaction of the nutrients in the soil and in the soil solution. And next is land use. It deals with the utilization or allocation of lands for general or broad purposes such as agriculture, forestry settlement, and military reservations. So, soil as a natural resources. A resource is a material from which human needs are obtained. So, here are the uses of soil as natural resources. So, una is medium for plant growth. Siyempre, tamnanan na to. Sunod, system for water and purification. So, ang yuta, ga-purify gyapon siya og tubig. Next is habitat for soil organism. So, puy-anan sa mga soil organisms like para itong gingunaw ganina, bacteria, mga wati, which is sila ang ga-decompose sa mga organic matter. Next is medium for waste disposal and nutrient cycling. So, labayanan sa ato ang mga hugaw. Soil is a dynamic natural body formed from weathering of rocks and minerals and decomposition of organic materials composed of organic matter, mineral matter, air, and water, and it possesses distinct characteristics which in turn influences plant growth. So, ang yuta is gikan gyapon siya sa mga bato nga nangadugmok na. Gikan gyapon siya diha sa mga organic matter. Example kanang mga dahon sa kahoy, mga sagbot nga nangamatay na. Mahimo na silang yuta kadugayan. So, madugmok man na sila. And here is the four principal components of soil. Unahon na to ning soil properties. So, ang physical properties sa soil is ang iyang texture, kung kuan ba siya, sandy, clay, or loam, yung structure, yung density, porosity, color, moisture content, and water holding capacity. Tapos, iyang biological properties is ang macroorganism o ang microorganisms. And iyang chemical properties is the nutrient content, the pH, the cation exchange capacity, electrical conductivity, and redox potential. So here are the four major components of soil. First is the mineral matter, which is composed of inorganic or non-living. And next is the organic matter, which comes from the living things like satwa, ikan satwa, mga patay, mga tae, mga waste. Next is soil water. Soil in the water. Water in the soil day. Water in the soil rather. So, kanang yuta, san pag unsa na siya kauga, kanang naghapon siya tubig sa sulod. Di yun na mawala yung tubig. O apel po ning soil air, which is the gas present in the soil. Na po na siya hangin siyang sulod. Di po na siya mawala. So, ang solids ani is ang mineral particles and the organic particle and the pore spaces, which is the air and water. Pore spaces is dira nakabutang ang tubig o ang hangin. Next is ang volume composition sa mineral soils, which is ang mineral matter 45% normally composed of small rock fragments and minerals formed by weathering with variable in sizes, which is variable in sizes. Next is the organic matter, which is 5%. These are the decomposed organic materials by the action of microorganisms. And humus, a black substance which is the end product of organic matter or OM decomposition, usually black or dark brown in color and colloidal in nature. So, mabantay ka na mo yung kanang itom nga yuta kay tambok. So, mo na siya ang byproduct sa kaning na-decompose nga organic material or kuan sa mga wati sa mga bacteria. Mo na siya ang byproduct. So here are the functions of soil organic matter. First is it promotes granulation or aggregation. Second is major sources of nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Third, it increases water holding capacity. Fourth, it is the main source energy for soil organisms. And fifth, increases nutrient holding capacity of the soil. So, mag-increase yung nutrient capacity. Then sixth, lastly, is the increase of ability of soil to resist drastic pH changes. There are two kinds of soil based on soil organic matter content. First is mineral soil, a soil that contains 20% of organic C And second is the organic soil, which contains less than 20% by weight organic C. So, soil water in the soil is 25%, which occupies the pore spaces, performs the following functions, which is the universal solvent, nutrient carrier, nutrient in itself, which is the water, nutrients ng water, kailangan mo yun na siya sa plants. Then, it stabilizes the soil temperature for plants. And next is soil air, which is 25%. Yapon siya. This occupies the pore spaces not occupied by water. Principal gases present are nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Here are the principal gases which are present in the soil. Uses and function of soil is, it is a good foundation for buildings. So, buildings and highways. So, tsada siya tukuran og mga building, mga highway, mga balay ninyo dira. Pwede po siya mga factory or isagon sa imong gusto itukod, pwede. And it is the absorbing medium to domestic waste through septic sewage system and other waste from industrial, municipal, and animal sources. So, dili po, himon po siyang labayanan sa mga dumi sa mga tao, hayop. And for making pots, jugs, plates, and other households usable structures like vase, mga na, gamit ang clay. Makabuhat tag mga plato, mga plates, mga pots, mutanganan sa itong mga bulak. Nga na. And it is a growth medium for plant supplying water, air, and mechanical support for plant roots. Tsada siya tamnanan. And a major supplier for plant nutrients that are essential for plant growth. These nutrients are slowly released from unavailable forms in the solid frameworks of minerals and organic matter to exchangeable sites associated with soil colloids. And lastly, habitat for several living organisms, including microorganisms, reptiles, and even mammals, which in turn help in improving soil structure and fertility. So that's all for Unit 1. Thank you for listening po. And mora to. Thank you.
Ngayon, nagkakamulis ka siya.
Mayo naman noon.